Chris, thank you. 49 lives lost, but not forgotten. Tomorrow, these people who died on Comair Flight 5191 will be remembered on the 10th anniversary of that crash. A memorial service will be held for them at the UK Arboretum, and tonight final preparations were made for that service. It will be held near the memorial sculpture that was dedicated to all these victims. Only the co-pilot survived that crash 10 years ago. And tonight, one of the Lexington police officers who rescued him looked back on the day of the crash. Monique Blair has our top story at 11.
Every day there's always something, a reminder, a smell, or a familiar face that I relate to that crash.
It has been 10 years, and although it's ingrained in his memory forever, August 27th, 2006 is still hard for Lexington Police Sergeant Brian Jarrett to talk about.
It takes your breath away to see something like that. I didn't know what to do for, a couple seconds.
Sergeant Jarrett, then a patrol officer, was one of the first officers on scene, and right away he started searching for someone, anyone he could help. That's when he saw Jim Polhinky, the co-pilot.
When I found Polhinky, he was like my saving grace. He was like, I gotta make this work.
At that time, two airport police officers, John Sallee and Pete Maupin, were on scene assisting. Once Polhinky was freed from his harness, Jarrett and Maupin immediately took him to the hospital.
When Pete was driving to the hospital, I didn't know if he was alive or not at that point.
Jim Polhinky survived the crash. 47 passengers and 2 crew members did not.
For the past 10 years, Officer Jarrett says he has been able to connect with many of the victims' families through social media. He says although tomorrow will be difficult, he's also looking forward to it because he'll be able to meet many of the victims' families for the very first time.
The most important thing to me for them tomorrow is to have the opportunity to finally be surrounded by 49 other families that are dealing with the same thing, the same struggles.
So tomorrow, the 49 victims of Comair Flight 5191 will be remembered and they will be honored, just as they will be forever.
I don't think anybody can ever get closure to something like that, but I think they just get stronger as the days and the weeks go by.
In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And as we mentioned, a memorial service will be held tomorrow morning at the UK Arboretum. Barbara Bailey will join me for live coverage of the service here on WKYT. It begins at 10 a.m. You'll be able to watch it as well, the service live online at WKYT.com.